Happy Wednesday, everybody, and also Happy New Year. Welcome back to the weekly hangout, No Pod Just Pass show. I am your host, Smoke, and with me, and they have returned because, man, we had to have a long break, but here go the crew, man. Mike, you know what's going on?
Man, ain't nothing, dog. A little tired, man, but I'm good, bro. No complaining.
All
man.
right. That's good, man. You're looking real, refreshed and everything.
Oh, yeah, man. Got the new studio in the background, as you can see, man.
I see,
down.
man.
Oh, yes, sir. That looks wonderful.
Gotta say congratulations to him, man.
Thank you.
Always achieving.
Yes, sir. I try, man. Definitely
try. What you know?
Hey, man, I'm chilling, man. Trying to stay warm because it's so cold out here, bro. I don't know what the season gonna be every day. But I got on short sleeve today, but then when I go outside, I gotta put on long sleeve, But I'm chilling though, man. Well, rest. Happy New Year to everybody.
It's a beautiful Wednesday, y'all. And last but not least, the queen of the show, L.
Go.
What the L?
I like that. Hey, happy Wednesday. How's everybody?
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Lovely.
Yes, sir. All right, so we're going to get on into tonight's topic. We're going to talk about something, a lot of people really don't, kind of afraid to talk about, or it's so many answers and so many reasons to this question. But the topic tonight is in the hangout. Why men quietly stop doing things when they feel unappreciated. Ladies and gentlemen, why don't y'all hang out with us and we're going to chat about it.
Throw a log on the fire.
All right, welcome back here. And like I said, tonight's topic is why men quietly stop doing things when they feel unappreciated. Now, I'm going to pass the baton first to the lady of the house and see, what she may think. And then I'm going to let the fellas come on in and, tighten her up a little bit.
So why do men stop doing things when they feel unappreciated? Well, I have to say, I personally don't think that's the right response. I don't think men should stop doing things because I feel unappreciated. I think if you're feeling unappreciated, you need to verbalize that and not just go and just stop doing things, because that puts the woman in this position where it's like things are changing. I'm not understanding and my spouse is not communicating with me. Okay. So why we can't just have a conversation about it?
All right, guys, hold on, guys. I'm gonna let y'all get in on this, but hold on, I gotta ask a question. So you said that you feel like it's not right for the man to do it, but is it okay for the woman to do it?
It's not okay for anybody to do it.
I got you.
No.
Show.
You got to communicate.
Okay, I'm about to trap you. I was trying to get you. I was trying to trap you, but okay. Show what you know, man.
Well, once again, here we go. The man got to verbalize how he feels. And I get it. There are men who do verbalize. Sometimes it doesn't get heard. Sometimes it's, you just exaggerate. No, you're imagining things. Or, maybe sometimes he don't feel like he has to ask for certain type of attention. Maybe he can just, y'all should be in tune with each other to know when, he feel like he should be able to be appreciated in the relationship. But I think both ways we should always verbally appreciate each other, always build each other up every day. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't just be the man just being appreciated. The man should appreciate the woman also. But a lot of times a man does like his ego stroked sometimes. He likes to know that he is man enough for you. He needs to know that you do appreciate him for the things that he do. So, but I do have to step on the side with L with this. uh, if you do feel that way, yes, you need to talk about it. I ain't gonna say come at it mad, like when y'all having a heated discussion, all of a sudden you don't even appreciate the things I do. Yesterday, I went outside and I swept the front porch. No, dog, you don't get no appreciation for that. That's something everybody should do in the household. So I think it goes both ways. We should equally appreciate each other in a relationship. Is tell each other that we, you know, appreciate each other.
Can I slide in real quick? I'm
Oh,
sorry, Mike.
slide on in. Go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead.
because I just I want to respond to what Show said. He said something about being in tune, right? That you should be in tune. Okay, well, doesn't that work for the woman when you all should be in tune when maybe she doesn't want intimacy or maybe she doesn't want to feel touched
Ah,
on at the same.
I
If we're
love
talking
Ooh.
about
that. I
in
love that
tuneness,
question.
if we're
I
talking about
love
in
that question.
tuneness, doesn't it go both
I
ways?
love that question. So
Oh, oh,
where in a relationship the spontaneous reactions
spontaneity.
happen?
Got
Spontaneity.
Yeah, yeah. Say it for me too. Where does that stop?
Where did the
When does that
spontaneity?
stop? Because at the beginning, spontaneity is good, but then as you get longer into the relationship, it
And become in
sometimes
tune.
okay, but still, it wasn't no tuning at the beginning.
But you're meshing your lives together, so you're starting to learn each other. So if we're
Oh,
going to
so
do
it's a
the in
difference.
tune thing, it should go both ways. That's all I'm saying.
So what you're saying,
Hmm.
it's a difference when you live in two separate places than when you live together.
I agree. Yes, yes.
So now you get tired of the person that you was willing to be in tune with separately, but now that y'all together, which was what the main goal was, now
Hmm.
it's too much.
Well, I just think you have to know when to hold, fold, and walk away. Because is that,
Ah,
yeah, you have to just kind of read your partner. That's what it's about.
mhm.
Just like you want your partner to read, with this whole topic, she wants you to read when she wants to be touched. If she wants intimacy, all I'm saying is just it goes both ways.
Okay, well, I got a question. I got a question, but I want
Mm.
Eno to get in
Yeah, I'm
first.
about to say,
Yeah,
hold on,
But
I'm
hold
I
on,
got a
sorry.
hold on.
question.
Hold,
I got a
hold, hold,
question after that. I
hold
got a
your thought.
question after
Hold,
that.
hold your thought. I want to see what
Please
Eno got to
smoke.
say. I got to see what
Man,
Eno got to
listen,
say.
bro. I think Elle said it best when she said you got to know when to hold, fold, and walk away.
Right.
I think that's the biggest part of this thing, man. Like you can't force it. You got like you either gonna be in tune, like depending on how long y'all been together. At some point, you either gonna be in tune or you're not gonna be in tune. I don't think you can really force that. You know what I mean? So with that, man, like once you really get to know your partner, and at some point there's an understanding, like, okay, this is like, okay, we really working well together. We're gonna talk about this, communicate about that, and things work well. But then there's a time in a relationship where people just feel like, I don't know, like it gets a little stale. So if you don't work on that staleness or whatever, and then it's gonna be a situation where maybe you do have to walk away. You know what I'm saying? And in that case, that's just what it is. You know what I mean? So yeah, I like that hold, fold, and walk away. Be in
Mm.
tune with your
Okay.
partner enough to know when to do which part of that. You know what I mean? That's
Okay.
that's it. And that communication piece, once again,
That's beautiful.
boom,
That is beautiful.
boom.
That is
You know what I'm saying?
beautiful. But what happens when that man say, you know what? I'm just gonna fold it and never bring it back out. And then all
So
of a sudden you get the question, why you don't never try anymore? And
Mm.
stuff like that. After he have to always keep holding and folding it. So
yeah,
so what happens then?
well, I think what happens next is you start having an emotional withdrawal. You start
Yeah.
that's like the first stage of it when you start disconnecting because believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, men connect physically. It's a
Yes.
known fact. Okay, so the first clue that when we start doing what we're doing, withdrawing, quiet, being quietly, just stepping back. One of the main things is emotional. It's gonna be emotional withdrawal because we ain't gonna feel like we appreciate it. We're not gonna even feel like nothing's being reciprocated. It's gonna feel
Right.
like after a while we always the ones that got to do this in order to get this.
Right. Because it feels like a tug of war after a while. It feels like you fighting to get it. And then
So, mhm.
You like, dang, I can't never.
So what appreciation? Is it as simple as saying thank you? Or is
Um,
it more than that?
okay, well, here goes some simple things I can come up with. One key thing is I know everybody heard this saying, but it sounds barbaric, but it's true. Let me watch the game. You know what that means, right?
Oh no.
So,
What?
so, so it's women that sometimes don't really understand that in nature, men we like to watch sports sometimes. Sometimes it might be a big game on that we need to see, like a Monday night. The college football championship. But a lot of times the lady may want to occupy some time that interferes with that. So sometimes we be like, man, just let us watch the game. When you say you need your peace and quiet or you need your downtime, that's our version of downtime.
Amen.
That's just
Well, I
one
mean,
example.
okay, and I guess for me, I can't really relate because I'm a sports person myself, and I'm all about somebody needing their space and their downtime because I'm gonna need mine as well.
Right.
But so okay, besides let me watch the game, saying thank you, are there any other ways that appreciation can be shown to a man?
Woo, we can go back.
And I'm not talking about I'm not talking about physical.
Thank you.
No, no,
Well,
no,
I'm gonna
no.
say,
That's why
I
I'm
I
gonna
had
said,
the
say
answer.
macaroni and cheese.
I had the answer. Boy, look here.
listen.
I would say
That is
mac and cheese is always good.
yeah, look,
Mac
look,
and
look, Mac.
cheese is
Yes,
always good.
especially when they got that Gouda in that
You know,
thing.
we're ready to
Yeah,
pounce, baby.
What good?
yeah.
What? I had the answer. I was like,
Yeah, yes, yes, but and that's really it's kind of like the number one answer is sex, but it's more to it than that. Sometimes you saying the question you was asking a minute ago, not just sometimes like watch the game, but simple things that we talked about in past topics we have had on the show. You know, chivalry. The things that, like I said, there are some things that chivalrous that a woman should do for a man. But women, this is be honest, because we did discuss it. A lot of people don't realize, a lot of women don't realize that there is chivalry for men. So those are things that's called unappreciation. Those are just examples right there.
give me an example of that.
Did you see Elle raise her
You
hand
want
and
an
said she
example?
won them?
Yeah.
Hey,
Because
hey, hey, hey.
Elle said she
have
won them.
experienced this. I'm trying to see what this is like.
Elle
I
said
ain't
she
got-
Hey,
won
hey.
them that don't realize that.
Who's
Yeah,
open for me?
yeah. For one, and this is one of the main ones because show talked about it because most men experience this. So common courtesy or chivalry is when we see a woman, we go into inside a restaurant, a store, we open the door and let the lady pass. But then it might be a little crowd come through. Well, your lady will just keep walking, like catch up. And what you should do is just step to the side and wait till he walks in the door, and then you walk into, you continue to walk in together. And a lot of women don't do that. A lot of women just like, well, I'm going here, I'll be over here. And then we have to find y'all.
Yeah, leave us some breadcrumbs.
Leave us some breadcrumbs.
Right.
So
Yeah.
is that really a thing, y'all? Like, is that
Yes.
Absolutely.
okay?
We
I'm
said
just
it.
asking.
We saying it.
Here's another one. Then we can move on. Or I'll let show get in on it. When it's okay for y'all to drive sometime.
Oh, thank you.
Bro,
They
listen, I
don't.
love being the
They don't
passenger
really want to do
prince, bro.
that.
I
They
love
really
being
don't
the
want to
passenger.
do that.
Even though I ain't want to
Absolutely.
jump off the topic, but those are some of the past topics we talked about chivalry. We might need to, rehash that one day. Show what you got though.
Yeah, I mean, yes, Elle, that is a thing. See, once again, right there, what you just did is an example of what we say when we express ourselves and you brush it off because you hit us with, is that really a thing? Yes, we're saying it. We're saying it.
Okay.
So you have to take
Okay.
it for face value. You know what I'm saying? If we said it, then it must mean something.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't like to waste our words when we say things. We don't just say it just for nostalgia, or just for it to sound good. We just express that's some of the things that we like. Because we like to walk with our woman next to us. We don't want to have to try to catch you after, because you done stepped in. You want everybody to see your little outfit and your high heels and your new purse you got on and your face beat and you got the hair. done right. You want everybody to see you. You want to make a grand entrance. No, no, we're gonna make that entrance together.
You
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I reflect you, you reflect me. That's
Right.
how people know that you are one within your relationship. But I mean, but it goes vice versa with a man and a woman. I don't see this before. You going into a restaurant, the man open the door, walk in first.
I've had that happen to me.
Right.
Oh,
But
wow.
see,
And
when
how did
that
that make you
man,
feel?
right,
Oh, I checked it,
right.
but then I got brushed off. And he said, "Oh, I
Okay.
didn't know it was that big of a deal."
Correct. Just like you just said, saying that it's a big deal for you to wait for us, but you go in
Right,
before
but I think
everybody else.
I didn't know that was I didn't know y'all felt that way. I think it's common in our society for men to go, for women to go in before men, but for women to step to the side and wait for her man to come. We didn't know that
Right.
was needed
But the
or
reason
wanted.
but the reason is because reason why you did know, because men elect not to make a point about everything. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, we do need to express more of the things that we want out of the relationship. Just like you will express as soon as you see it, you're gonna say it automatically. I don't know why you walked in before me. You ain't open my car door. But then when we open the door for you, and you just walk on in, you looking around, and you go on to the bar, or you go on to the thing, instead of waiting and we walk up together, when you get married to be one and show people that you are a power couple. You want people to see that all over you in your relationship. So when you step to the side and you say, "Oh no, I'm waiting on my man," that leaves room, and I know this might sound crazy, that leaves room for other men to not wonder, are you by yourself or not?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Because when you walk in and you fly, trust me, them dudes' antennas be up when they see a woman walk in because they always watching the door.
Right.
You walk in by yourself, you done stepped off, you done went 20 feet into the building, and I'm trying to find you. Now you know, oh, is she with somebody? Then he got to say, oh, she is with somebody. No, let's go and let them know now. We together.
Off the rip.
Woo!
Off the
What you got?
well said, there, brother. Well said.
Well
Oh
said,
man,
son.
look, hey, I like how show did that, but I'm just gonna add real quick with that. Like you said, you mentioned about watching the door. Like I ain't realized dude really did that, bro. It's really weird
Yeah.
to me. Like, but me and my partner went to the bar, or whatever, chilling, kicking it, having a good time. Every time the door cracked open, man, that boy like that.
He looked there.
Boy, he was like
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
night. That boy, I
Yeah.
said like, bro, you all right? He basically trying. He looking for some opportunities. You know, so I guess he
Yeah.
wanted to be the first one. So it does make sense. What you say that show? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
if
A
that
lot of
lady would have
brothers be
walked
on the
in,
hunt, bro.
yeah, if a
A lot
young
of
lady
brothers
would have
be on
walked
the
in
hunt.
and he was interested, oh, he wanted to be the first one out of. You
All
know what I
right.
mean? So I ain't never think about it that way, but based off
Yeah.
my experience, you are 100% correct, there, bro. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it does show that that you care about your that a lady cares about a man, that she would step to the side and wait for him to come through,
Facts.
whatever. And I guess I don't really think about it that way, and I can't recall that happening where I had to go find my girl or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah. I do understand how that could be a thing, bro.
Right.
100%,
I
man.
mean, it sounds tedious, right?
Right.
It sounds like it should be that big of a deal, but
Mm-hmm.
a lot
Mm-hmm.
of times, those it's always the small things
Mm-hmm.
that creates a bigger atmosphere
Right.
Yeah.
for what you expecting out of that night. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So we just have to be aware that I should always hold the door open for you. All I ask you to do is just wait for me when I walk in. It's
Yeah.
it's a simple fix.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but then it seems like there are certain things in a relationship that you feel like you shouldn't have to ask for. But the reality is that's why it's important when you first start dating, you have these conversations.
That is right there, bro.
You have these conversations, and you got to put it all on the table of your
Mm-hmm.
expectations for
Mm.
each other.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
because I
here,
don't think it's fair to hold me accountable for something that you didn't verbalize that was a problem for you.
Correct, correct.
you're absolutely
But
right. So here that goes back. That goes to another topic right quick. And that has some other reasons why men shut down. Lack of respect.
Mm.
Because sometimes men do feel, I ain't gonna lie, I am a man. I've been a man for a very long time now. I've been well experienced. But sometimes in my relationship, and that's just being honest, sometimes I feel like I'm invisible.
Invisible man.
Uh-huh. Because
You
we have
knew
so
it
much because as
Carry
a
that with
man
that.
sometimes, we have a lot of expectations from y'all. We have a lot of responsibility as well as a family man. So sometimes we kind of shut down because we don't get recognized. And that's kind of like the part of being, respect. It's like, hey dad,
Mm.
thank you for making sure my car's still running. Cause I ain't got no doggone job. Or, hey babe, I know you worked last night, but hey, thanks for cooking dinner because I know you tired. So, and those just examples, but family, what's y'all take on it?
I'll say this, man. Expectation without communication definitely leads to just a lapse in the understanding in the dynamic of the relationship. Because if I just expect you to, like how you say, I'm expecting you to say cook dinner because maybe in my old relationship that's what happened. I came home and the dinner was made, but if we never even talked about it, you know what I'm saying? You got two people coming into a relationship, and your expectation is what you're used to in back in the day. Now you got this new person, and maybe they don't like to cook. Maybe they feel like, well, shoot, I worked all day too. You know what I'm saying? So that expectation part, you minimize that by talking to your person and getting understanding. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Got to get
Absolutely.
that understanding, man. So I say, yeah, lower your expectation and communicate more, because that right there, that can be very harmful in a relationship.
Yeah,
You
and
say
it also
lower your
Yeah,
expectations.
I
Lower
was
your
just gonna ask
expectation.
that. I was just gonna ask
Lower
that.
your
Yeah,
expect. Yeah,
yeah, you got
yeah,
it
that's
out
the
the
because
key.
key.
because that is one of the
Woo.
main
Lower
things
the
within the
expectation.
respect thing.
Okay.
You start
Hmm.
lowering your expectations of that person, and then you start proving your worth.
But you got to tell them what you
Mm,
want too, though. I ain't saying just take whatever.
that's
You know what I'm saying?
interesting.
Yeah, just take whatever they throwing out.
Yeah.
So
If it don't work for you, tell her it don't work. Just what I like. Just what I don't.
What you got, L?
now I was just gonna ask, so you go in expecting the worst and hope for the best? Is that what you
Well,
do?
no, you go in and you basically you got the the binoculars on. You're looking at everything. You know what I'm saying? From afar, you just standing back and seeing how this person operates. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that's the lowering of the expectations and getting to know the person. You know what I'm saying? So then when you see certain things in that that she do or don't do,
Hmm.
you can say, well, hey, I ain't really feeling this. Can we work on this? Can you know what I'm saying? And in that way, now the expectation become a little bit the expectation now become raised, because now I told you what I like and don't like, and what my expectations are for you, whatever. So now I've created a standard. You know what I'm saying? So now that we got that standard, just don't fall below it. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
And it will be days
I,
you're not gonna
I,
be. It will be days you're not at your best. It will be days, you know, you might not hit it. But if you normally hit the benchmark on a regular, it's okay to slip sometime because we all human. We're not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
hey, I like what you said when you talked about how in your past relationship you might have had dinner on the table every time you came home,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the point where people need to know um when one relationship is over, you move into another one. What happened in your past, you can't bring it into the new. So yeah, you have to have a whole new conversation so y'all can come to a common place of what's going to work in this new relationship.
Right.
If you have one, because you can't expect that person to do what the last person did,
Mm-hmm.
and you cannot compare them to anybody before them.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times in relationship, we fail by doing that
Yep.
because we think about, hey man, my old girl used to, man, she used to make sure I had a hot meal every day, or
Mm-hmm.
and like you say, this new one, she might not like to cook like that,
Mhm.
Right.
or the guy you used to date, he washed the car all the time, but this one, the new one, he rather just take the car to the car wash.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of washing it himself. So, sometimes you got to figure out how to coexist and accept some things and then say, no, I don't like this. So that's what he meant by, I kind of get what you say when you say lower your expectations or your standard.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's kind of example like you said, show the car situation. You have couples who The lady be like, "Look, I need my car to be clean." Okay, I'm gonna clean your car, but then if I come in and clean your car and I see shoes, jackets,
Right.
y'all love all them bedazzled
Uh,
cups all in the place.
Hmm.
the tropical smoothie cup still on the floor.
And
Right.
then it's like you want me to keep your car clean, but you don't keep it clean.
Right.
So yeah, so it's kind of like a lack of respect. It's like I'm giving you your expectation you want, but you're not upholding the expectation that you requested.
Mm.
So sometimes that's just a small example, ladies and gentlemen, but those are the, things like that. All right, so the next thing, bring up to y'all right quick is and this is like a topic where women always say men are bad at fear of conflict.
Mm.
Mm. So one thing we will do quality shutdown is we'll just stop talking, stop communicating because we just don't want to deal with the conflict.
Mm.
We don't want to deal with
Beautiful.
arguing, which making things worse. We don't want to start, just going down this little slope. So that's one of the clues we will stop doing is really communicating, even though we've been said men are the worst communicators. But in this case, sometimes it ain't that we're not communicating. Sometimes it's just something going on in the relationship. We just shutting down.
But what's the end game on that? Like, how long can you actually do that? Like, when you decide to shut down, what do you say to yourself? Okay, I'm gonna do this for this long. Because we're in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So how you know what I mean? What's the end game on this?
I guess the end
That's why we
game.
gotta talk.
I guess the end game
Well,
is. I guess the end game is saying that I in some ways I feel like just like women think we should be in tune to what's going on with y'all mentally, physically, the whole nine. It goes the same way with us. It's like if you notice we're not doing something we normally would do, hey, like Southern Belle, I'm old. Reach out and touch someone. Oh,
and I
come
think
on
it,
with me.
and I think it's a lot more difficult.
I took it back.
Yes,
I
sir.
think the one thing that's a disconnect in relationships. Now, I mean, you do have some men who willing to go ahead, go tooth and nail with you, head to head with you with the argument. But I know I'm not one of those type of guys. I'm not into the yelling back and forth or me trying to check you and disrespect you to let you know how I feel. But I do expect, as my mate, if I say something to you, that you take it into consideration without it having to be an argument. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we don't know how to word it correctly, but we'll just say it because a lot of men are no nonsense with it, and it's always well how you say it and all that. That would kind of make us not say anything because now you take offense to what we said and how we said it. But we don't, we also feel like if we say it in a soft, calm, monotone way, you're not really getting what we're saying because it get brushed off a little bit, or you feel like it, or the man feel like it's getting brushed off. So that's why a lot of times we don't really communicate like we should, because a lot of us don't like to be combative with you. We feel like if we're gonna have a discussion, we both need to hear each other and respect each other's, what we're saying, and then we could come to a common solution. But if it's always when we say something, we feel like you've been offended by it, or you got to defend it, then we're late not to say it a lot of
Mhm.
times because we already know which way it's gonna go.
Right. And the one key thing women do to us is they make us feel like we're soft if we open up. I've heard times where if
Yeah,
a guy open their mouth, see, there you go complaining again. There you
yeah.
go. There you go. All you ain't never happy. Is it something I'm doing? We always hear these things, and these
Or
are
your flaws
examples.
get pointed out.
Right. And then it's like, it's not about you, it's about me right now. So that also goes up under
Mhm.
the topic of the fear of conflict.
Right.
But also to answer Ed's question, like how long how long can you play that whole thing out? The whole either the silent treatment or you basically going on a little personal strike. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a very dangerous game to play to begin with. But uh, prolonged periods of time where that happens, I think that's the most dangerous time in the relationship because I feel like that really invites that devil in. You know what I'm saying? I
Yep,
think that's be
yep.
that time when okay, I ain't gonna I'm gonna play the quiet role. We beefing. Oh, you know what? That chick over there, I know she gonna be at that bar this time. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this bar up. Now, you know, so now you done turned something
So you took it to a
where you
new
could
new level.
easily right, but you turned something into where a little small communication piece that turned to like a whole nother, you know what I'm saying, relationship. Now you're cheating over here doing, you know what I'm saying, the wild stuff. So yeah, like as far as like that whole silent treatment, that whole I'm just gonna not say nothing, whatever. That's dangerous, dog. And I think it's a bit immature, dog. Like as a
Absolutely.
man, 'cause I'm gonna say what I gotta say. Might not like what I gotta say, but damn it, you
Right,
know how I'm feeling. You understand me? And I
right,
ain't
Hmm.
right.
believe. Look here, I'd be like, you know, if my girl, if she, going through whatever, I go and now if I fix something. Hey, look, you want some Kool Aid? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, cause I said what I had to say.
your
Cause I said what
flavor.
I had
You're
to
right,
say.
right.
Right,
Yeah, because
exactly.
that's gonna do it.
We can do
Say
Right.
that
what you
though.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Right. Because
see,
I
but
done
see,
said what I had to say. And now I'm like, I'm still going on with my life. I mean, you deal with that how you
yeah,
gonna deal
Yeah,
with it.
that grudge
Don't be
holding
trying to, right,
is done, on
right.
occasion. That's
yeah.
part of that is
Yeah.
part of the fear of the conflict is the grudge holding. I don't really necessarily say men would do a silent treatment, but we'll be less talkative. Like if
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
and that's kind of like what it is. It's like you might get some short answers, or
Mm-hmm.
the person might be L jokey, and they might not give the two joke minimum. They may only give you the
They might
one
not.
joke minimum,
Might not. Shoot, you might not get that one.
and you might not even get that joke
You might
minimum.
not get
So
that one.
so
Right.
so
We
these
can
are
go
some
out then.
right. So these are some of the clues we can that shows you what's really going on, or something is internally going on with us. But now here's the next one, y'all. Built up resentment. That's another one that's one of the other things that will make a man shut down is built up resentment. We'll start becoming quiet if we're feeling like we're ignored.
Resentment from
Well,
what? Not feeling
well,
appreciated?
Yes. The reason, pretty much under the topic we're talking about, one of the things that men will shut down about is built up resentment because we'll start feeling like it's like an accumulation of feeling like we're being ignored or unthanked over time. We start
yeah.
thinking, we start thinking, like,
Yeah, I mean, it's
what
kind of
what am I doing
verbalized
this
now.
here?
I was
You
about to say
ain't
this is damn
I
counseling at
mean,
this
I
point.
mean, I mean, L. You say that, L. But with you, it might be that simple. But it ain't that simple in every case. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And and I want to back up to something that Eno said earlier
oh, let's go.
about when he said, I'm gonna say what I got to say. That I'm gonna ask you a little later. Do you want some Kool Aid? That's kind of how we are. We're not going to
We ain't dwelling on it,
just
bro.
just dwell on it
Mm-hmm.
the whole time. As opposed to a woman will hold on to that thing a lot longer than a man.
Yeah.
You
Typically.
know, we gonna try to. We gonna
What
try
was
to.
that, L?
Yeah, she know it's true. She know it's true. That what that
No.
is. So we try to solve the conflict as soon as possible because we
Mm-hmm.
don't want to sit in that type of atmosphere for a long time. But then now, as to what Smoke is talking about now, yeah, we we don't want to resent anything. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to have
No.
resentment for anything. Now, but see, it's
It's
not that
not a
simple because sometimes it get forced on us like that.
and it's
You know
not
what I'm saying?
and
Because it
it's
might
not
be
a
something
all.
you'll say that'll trigger that resentment.
Yeah.
Because y'all like to stab now. Y'all like to y'all like to stab with that little sharp knife sometimes. Y'all tongues can be very sharp at sometimes.
Yeah.
And
Y'all
then
okay.
And
no,
basically,
no,
I'm not saying it's just something that just stopped abruptly. This is an
yeah.
accumulation. It just suddenly starts happening. So it's not something that just say you said this to me one time and I just shut down. This could be going on over time. A slow bleed, as we'll call
hmm I mean, we done seen it, and then L, I'm sure you've seen it reversed to where the man
it. Flip it.
is tongue is sharp, and the
Mhm.
woman is like she's real timid. She
Hmm.
don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? But a relationship shouldn't be like that. You know, we should always be able to talk. But if we
Right.
can't talk and one is always trying to, and I don't know if it's intentional or just psychologically unknowing that they hurt they mate, and you have to recognize that you hurt your mate when your mate start being quiet, not very talkative, he or she are more to themselves. Like they really processing what just happened.
Yeah, that we're not in our feelings, as the young folks
Yeah,
like to say today. Oh, he ain't his feelings.
Yeah, he's
Oh, we
sad.
hurt. We hurting. We hurt.
yeah.
Just like y'all are. We hurt. All right.
So,
Oh, go ahead, Em.
well,
Well,
just one thing. So when you feeling that resentment build up, um, don't you think counseling is the next step? You need to go talk to somebody.
Of
you know what?
course,
You know
of course,
what?
it should be.
It should
It
be, but
should
guess
be.
what? It don't always have to be. It can also just start with doing some self corrections that you can recognize yourself.
So then you can feel unresented. You can have that
But
feeling. You can
You
go
know
back
what?
but
to
but
You know
guess
how they
what?
say
You can't
sometimes,
drag nobody to counseling.
no,
no, you can't.
and sometimes counseling is really not required. If I communicate to you, just give an example now. I mean, it go sound crazy, but you don't give me flowers anymore. Then get your butt up and give me some flowers. I'm communicating to you. Tighten
Right.
up. You don't really need counseling for every little thing. Sometimes
No,
you
you
just got to recognize and talk it out, like Show been saying. Talk it out, figure it out, and make it happen. If you really
right.
want to
I agree with
fix
that.
the problem.
But
Yeah.
but Show mentioned that sometimes men will say something in a soft, nice voice and it's not received. But when they have to take it to another level, all of a sudden, well, I don't like the way you talking to me, right? So that's
Correct.
some kind of miscommunication. Don't you think that should be addressed?
Well, what should be addressed about that is that's a good question. How it should be addressed is how do you want us to really talk to y'all? Because one minute don't
Right.
talk to me like this, but then if I'm talking to you like that and you still not receiving it, what do we do next?
Yeah, I got to figure that out. I don't know, but
No,
Oh, see,
I'm just
see,
kidding. I'm just.
yeah, she brushed that off.
yeah,
Brush
yeah.
off.
But
It's a joke. It's a joke.
hey,
No,
hey, yeah, she got that stroke, boy. She got
it
that
was a
stroke
joke, y'all.
like
No,
Bob Ross, boy. We go,
no. Show has a point. He has a point.
You
Like
know,
because we
you know
want to
she
be
do
talked
that.
to tenderly.
tender.
We want to be talked to tenderly, but if we're not correcting the behavior that you have an issue with, and
Yeah,
that is a problem. So I agree with him on that.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you
Tenderism
something.
is not the wood.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something that always confused me when I used to hear women say this. You say you want a rough neck, but then he can't be too rough with how you talk. I mean, I don't know what you want.
Woo,
No,
show.
You know,
you can't
I
talk to
like a
us
man.
rough.
I like a man. I like a man that
I like
take
a rough neck.
charge. I like him to say it to me hard sometimes. Ooh, wee.
Well,
I like that.
y'all,
But then when he said, who you
no,
talking to?
Right.
It's like, wait a minute. I thought you
They
said it
like,
like that.
it's
yeah, it's
got to
that.
be in the right moment, y'all. It just I
See?
can't explain it.
There you go. There you
I
go.
can't.
know.
No,
Okay.
I don't want to be talked. But okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, Smoke.
No. Go ahead, because I'm just raising my hand saying I got something to say.
Okay,
Go ahead.
because okay, so I've heard like a woman say she was talking or whatever, and my husband just gave me that look, and I just shut right on up. It could be something as simple as that. You know what I mean? It's just the look. We don't want to be physically manhandled, or we don't want to be talked to crazy.
Y'all
Is
want
that
y'all
the
want
look
that.
you give when your man tell that third joke? Is that the look you give?
Really, y'all.
He know it's time to shut it
Yeah.
down.
I
Shut it
don't give
down.
him no
My
look.
last joke right there. I'm
Right.
not saying nothing else.
Right.
Okay, but hey, okay, so I gotta move. We gotta get on his. So last but least, one of the other factors is the desire to contribute, give that extra mile in that relationship.
Give me some examples.
Mm.
You know what the extra mile is? If I do a routine thing, as in every Thursday, I send you flowers at your job, and then I stop doing that. That's the extra mile right there. Those are examples of extra miles. That's not something we just normally would do. Is, oh, he sent me flowers every Thursday at work. That's not a normal thing. That's an extra mile thing. That's just an example of extra mile.
But if it's every Thursday, it's a normal thing now. Is it
Nah,
not? I I'm
it's still
confused.
I mean, the expectation is that next Thursday they will
I
be
mean,
right.
giving you.
I
But
Right.
listen, for y'all,
I think
it's
you meant
like
it. I think you kind of said it backwards. I think you kind of said
clear
it
it up for
backwards,
me,
Smoke.
show. Clear it up then.
I think you were saying uh you going the extra mile by sending flowers every Thursday, but then it's abruptly stopped. That's where the disconnect come in. Not the extra mile is when you abruptly stop. That what L trying to say.
First of
Because you kind of
all,
said it backwards.
Yeah. Go
that's
ahead,
too
go
expensive,
ahead,
man.
no.
That's too expensive, man. Look, not every Thursday. Certain,
That's some flowers that she can't take
like,
care of.
right,
you
exactly. Maybe
know,
I might,
birthdays, maybe an
I might
anniversary.
see your
Yeah,
Not
yeah, yeah,
every
DoorDash or
yeah,
something.
Thursday.
yeah.
That's gonna be
But
costly.
see, those
y'all
aren't.
focus on the wrong
Right.
thing, y'all.
But that, but that's
Here's an
example
example.
when you said example. That's an extra mile. You know, doggone well we can't afford no FTD every
Every
Thursday.
Thursday. Come on, man.
No, no,
Like
no, no,
every
They
no,
day.
no.
have a program,
This is
and they
not
have
me because the way my checking
Crypto
account and
players.
savings checked up, I get
You
paid every
know,
2 weeks.
Uh,
and if you buy
You
them
might get
weekly,
it.
they actually come out cheaper.
No.
yeah, I got it
yeah,
all figured
because
out.
because like men, as we say, we are by nature we are contributors. So we tend to contribute is a way for us to feel valued. Go for a show.
So my question is, okay, so your man keep it up every Thursday. Is that appointment day too?
An appointment for what?
Oh, see what I'm talking about?
No. Okay. So
That
wait.
she like she
So now, well, hold on,
confused.
hold on,
She
because
like she
that's the.
don't know.
So now it's transactional.
Oh,
I'm
Oh
just
my god.
asking. Is
oh,
this
Oh my
No,
god.
y'all tell me. Is it transactional?
Why
oh.
does that have to be considered
Quid pro quo.
transactional? That's what I
In order
understand.
to get this, I got
Why
to
that
do
got
this.
to be?
I'm just
Why that got to be a
asking.
transaction though?
Or you
Why
know
it got to
what
be
though, we might have
considered
to
a
say that for
transaction?
another show. That sound
Okay.
like relationship standards. Setting a standard for the relationship, as in now you become barter trading the booty for gifts and things like that. So we may have to
Hey,
change
hey, hey, man.
What you
And then he tried
said?
to, he
barter
tried to, he
trading.
tried to,
You
he
want
tried to
flowers?
verbalize by showing actions. He tried to
Exactly.
verbalize by showing actions.
Join action.
You know what I'm saying? Showing action. He
Communicate.
appreciating you.
I
Well, you
can't.
know what?
He appreciating you.
Right. Hey man, I think it's time I hit a song. Don't y'all hear the music?
That is.
It's time for entertainment.
Yay! The best time of the show. Hey everybody, it's Elle with the Entertainment, and today we're going to be talking about a dress that shut down the internet. I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about. Dr. Jamal Bryant, who is the pastor at New Birth. Him and his wife, Dr. Kari Bryant, attended an NAACP gala, and she wore a particular dress that some deemed almost nude, others deemed flesh tone colored. Now, I have to say, she was wearing the dress, okay? But other people say, well, she's a first lady. How is she representing New Birth this way? How is she representing her husband that way? So I wanted to throw it to the gentleman and see what you guys think. Could your wife wear that dress? Yay or nay? Anybody?
I say you know what? It's gonna be a nod for me. Now the dress was banging on her. Let me be clear. For her and for her relationship, if that's what they do in their house, y'all go ahead and y'all do that. You know what I'm saying? But I think the dress was extremely stylish. Okay, one of the flyest dresses I've seen in quite a while, and she wore the crap out of it. But as for me and mine, I would not want my wife. I don't want that much attention. You know what I'm saying? I don't need my wife. I don't need her to require that much. Let me be the one who give you your attention. You ain't got to put no dress on to feel this way, whatever. I'm gonna make sure I'm giving you all this attention. I'm gonna give you this love, whatever. So you're gonna need to wear that. You know what I mean? So for me, it was too much for me. If I had a wife to wear, like, nah, baby, we're not. You're not wearing that with me. We're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's classy. It was stylish and classy for her body shape. For her, that's great. For them, that's their business. A little bit too revealing for me and my wife. I don't want men to be looking at my wife in such a manner, in such a, it's disrespectful, but really, because men looking at her like, boy, I look at here, I do something with that immediately. That's what we saying, boy. You see that boy, that thing thinking over there, ain't it, boy? I don't need nobody looking at mine like that. That ain't necessary. So for me, if I had a wife, that's a little too over the top. Like, why do you have to wear this to this gala? You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
like that, and being the first lady, I think there's a certain standard. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain expectation of class. And in that respect, it was a little classless. You know what I'm saying? Because first lady style, we grew up with them first ladies who was, they had them nice, you might have an evening gown at best. You know what I mean? But to have that on as a first lady, I can see why people are up in arms.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, people talking about, oh, they're gonna leave the church and this, that, and the third. And I think it was a little extreme. For me, it's a little bit extreme, whatever. But yeah, I don't want the attention for mine. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Whatever they do over there, y'all do that. But for me, nah, you go find something else in that closet, or we ain't going. You know what I'm saying? That's just me.
And let me ask you this, and I want to correct something really quick. She wasn't attending the NAACP gala. She was attending United Negro College Fund gala. So I want to make that correction.
Okay.
But I was going to ask, so you would be okay with still attending the church, right, where she's the first lady?
Yeah, because
Okay.
yeah, for me it's cool because I feel like for me and my salvation, the dress does nothing. You know what I'm saying? That dress doesn't bring me closer or push me away from my salvation. So with that being said, I think people took it like extremely over the top. Like they was calling her so many disrespectful names, man. And I was like, it ain't that serious. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, I like it. I mean, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't stop me from going to the church. Uh, it wouldn't necessarily make me go to the church either. I feel like if you supporting Dr. Bryant and his wife or whatever, I feel like the dress was it was just something to wear. It was a little extreme for me once again. The fact that he went out with her, he was okay with it. And I'm all right with it if he out with that's his wife. You know what I'm saying? What they talk about, what they do in their relationship, that's on them. You know what I'm saying? So that's they thing. Me, nah, you can't wear that, baby girl. Go ahead and put something else on. So let me go to this JC Penney catalog and find you something. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say JC Penney.
Right, exactly. We're gonna find us a nice little evening gown. You know what I'm saying? But that just me
And
and
is it disrespectful if she says, no, I think I want to wear this? It
uh,
does it anyway.
not just me being a man, the man in the house being a husband, and not to be chauvinistic or anything, but what you're not gonna do is wear something crazy out in public with me. That's just how I roll.
Well, all right.
But that's me. That's me in my household. You know what I'm saying? But no,
Okay.
I don't need men gawking at you like that, looking at you like a straight sexual being, like it's such a disrespectful manner. So nah, I'm gonna say that one time, and I'm gonna say straight up, we ain't going out like that. I'm not gonna be beside you. You know what I'm saying? Wearing something just that revealing of, what I'm saying, that risque. Like what are we trying to do here? What are we trying to convey with this dress? You know what I'm saying? What's the real meaning of, like, what's the purpose? But being public figures, I understand they do things differently. So I can easily remove myself from that because I feel like there's always something else. A lot of times you got a designer trying to get their name out. So it might be a whole business deal. You know what I'm saying? Where it's understood, I'm gonna give you this dress, and you say my name. I'm gonna give you this money. Da, da, da. So there's a lot of behind the scene things that go on with that. But in my household, ain't no behind the scene. It's either appropriate or it's not for me. And if it's not, you ain't wearing it. And if you insisting on wearing it, you can go by yourself. I'm not going.
Ooh. All right. Who's next? Show, smoke. Anybody?
No. All right. So we're gonna go and wrap this up there. Thank you.
Well, no, I got
for-
something to say. I thought you were gonna say something, Smoke, but never mind.
Well, wait a minute. She did give you the flow. Now we got to go.
no. I thought you were gonna make a comment too. She asked all three of us, but that never mind.
Well, okay, then I'll
I
make.
answer.
Well, go ahead. I go. I answer after you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to end it, but that's all right. Um, for me, it's a no. Also, you know what you forget? He bought the dress. He said that many times.
Okay.
Two, as the woman of the house or the first lady of the church. Um, I don't think the problem was the way the dress was made. It was what it uh the imagine the scenery of it. As we said, it was flesh tone and it
Right.
showed it gave you the illusion of showing a lot of skin.
Yep.
And that's something that I don't care if you're the first lady or not of a church. Um, I don't think that's something that should be worn like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, and when you do represent ministry, you do have to carry yourself a certain way of being wholesome or holy or living a righteous life. You know what I'm saying? By being a disciple of Christ. Now, when you say it, when you ask the question, but it stopped you from going to the church. Um, a lot of things that's open up a can of worms because now the question is this church a worldly church or is it a church for Christ? You know what I'm saying? Is it a church that um, is trying to help people uh, have salvation? Because this church has been under scrutiny for a long time, and it doesn't look like Jamal Brown is helping it. Because you go from when Ed Alone was there, you had the scandal of him sleeping with the kids. That church never really, to me, uh, came back from that. And now here you are, you coming as a man who's known as being a womanizer, a man that's known for cheating on your wife, a man that's known for uh, coming up with some crazy ideas about how the church can make money that is really not in the line with in line with the word of God.
Okay. So
Now you have a situation where now you have your wife, she's wearing something that looks scandalous to the world. So for me, no, it's a no. I would have never bought the dress, and that's just my take on it.
all right. Well, I'm gonna make my brief because we got to move on. Um, I tend to kind of be teetering the fence on it. And reason why I say that is because yeah, she is, married to a pastor, but people also tend to make their judgment off the fact that this person's a pastor. They put him in a godly figure, and what to me is you got to remember, Pastor Jamal, just like Eddie Long was, just like all these other pastors, people put on these godly pedestals. They're humans. They're really actually human beings. So they make mistakes and they might do things that's just not in the light of what people view it as. I understand that. But it's gonna be pretty hard to hide that woman. And the reason why I'm saying you could put her on a pillowcase.
Yes, Lord.
She tough.
Yes, sir.
So the thing is, Pastor Jamal married a very beautiful, very attractive, gorgeous woman. Anything she put on, because I've seen her in person quite a few times. I see her at least twice a week sometimes. She can't hide it. All right.
Mhm.
So I think sometimes was that dress was tastefully. It looked like something she should have wore at a more of a better type of gala or something like that. If she just kind of like want to look stunning like that, I think the dress was inappropriate for that event, in my opinion. But I guess got to always kind of keep in mind that these people are human beings and they're going to do things that we might not like. But like Show said, Pastor Ball got a few little red flags about his past and his current presence of how he doing things today. So I'm just a little torn in between. I don't think I would say I would make her. I mean, was it dressed horrible? It was a pretty dress, like say it was a pretty dress, but it was quite revealing in my opinion. But others, and of course, Pastor Jamal didn't see it that way, so it's just like we got to just move on from it. That's your wife.
Mm-hmm.
That's just kind of like how I see it. But anyway, just to go to the next segment here, it's time for that shut them down show.
Shut them down. Shut them down. Shut them down. I shut them down. Shut them down. Shut them down.
Show what
Yeah,
you got
yeah,
for us.
yeah. Shut it down show. This segment is brought to you by the
You want me to do it?
Drewski Church Skit.
It's brought to you by ISO Plus, Soft Sheen
So-
Carson.
So that was that L Taman. I appreciate that because that helped us transition into this Drewski's Church Skit. Everybody up and
Wait a
on.
minute.
Yeah, I did that. I set you
Real
up.
quick. I saw, yeah, that's it. Behind the back.
Now I'm for the donkey.
There it is.
So check me out. Everybody is mad at Drewski. Drewski is mocking God. Drewski is talking, but he making the church look bad. No, these churches making the church look bad. He wasn't mocking God. He was mocking how these churches have been overly using the congregation for their financial gain. These pastors. All right. Now, the problem is it was exposure. Cat Williams said on Shay Shay Show, this is the year of exposure. You're going to see everything now. And that's what's happening. People are seeing how these pastors are up here making people feel like if they give this certain amount of money, they're going to be prosperous later on, and later on in the year or in life. And all they're doing is financially padding their pockets. Now, that shows that are we really in church for entertainment, or are we really there for the word? Because y'all see it. People on these t-shirts representing their churches. I love my pastor. Oh, I love my church. Don't say nobody, I love God. I love Jesus Christ. I love my pastor. So as Smoke said in the last segment, we put these pastors on the pedestal as if they are God themselves. Yes, they are human. But we have to know why we come to church. Why do we congregate? Why do we fellowship together? Just to get the word of God. Not to be confused and told that, hey, you get in this $1,000 line, you're gonna get this in return. Some of y'all can't afford $2,000, but I need a $50 line right here. Or I need a $25 line right here. How many times have you seen that? All Drewski did was expose these churches that are not really living for Christ. They're living for financial gain. That's my segment.
Well, all right. Well, we got a few minutes left. Anybody got a comment?
I thought it was hilarious. I thought the
It was funny. It was
hilarious.
funny.
Yeah, I think hit dogs will holler. I think that's really what it was. And he just pulled back the curtain and showed what it was like. I mean, I was in tears laughing. So I think it was spot on.
Yeah.
Especially when that joker said, people ask me why I got on my Christian Dior's and my Christian Louis Vuitton, because I walk in the blood of Jesus. He just showed the bottom of the shoe.
Right, the red bottom. Yeah, I too got the funny out of it, man. But
yeah,
at the end of the day, was he lying, bro? Did he make this up? This wasn't a skit.
No,
Bro, we all seen it. We all seen it. Close the door. Close the door.
Yeah, we saw that, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Close the door. Not sure. Close the door.
The door, right? He just basically saying what we all see. And a lot of people are offended, but if you ain't offended, if you ain't offended with why it's happening, don't be offended now. But the man ain't told no lie. He did not make this up. We all know
It came from somewhere.
It
Yeah.
came from somewhere. Okay, that was not original at all. You just flip the TV on Sunday, and
Yeah, they just
yeah,
SNL'd it. That's really what happened. That's what it
that's exactly what that
Yeah.
was. And he was
Yeah.
spot on with it,
I took
man.
a show that old lady. We had to show that old lady talking about. She said she can't have a child.
Right.
So I impregnated her with the word. I was
Right,
like,
Impregnator. Y'all crazy.
Man,
Well,
crazy.
y'all, we have at the conclusion of our show. Tune in, ladies and gentlemen, Wednesday and every Wednesday to your weekly hangout, the No Pod Just Cash show. I am your host, Smoke. And as always, the guys, the ladies, and the gentlemen will be here next Wednesday, ready to entertain y'all some more. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. See you next week.
Bye.
hey, it's your boy Show for the No Pod Just Cash show. Check us out. We done took us a nice little break. We well rested. We're about to start this thing back off. Check us out every Wednesday with the No Pod Just Cash show. With my co-hosts L, Eno, and Smoke. Hit the like and subscribe button. Also leave a comment. See you there.